You are looking live at the Student Life Center on the campus of the Free Lutheran Bible College and Seminary as we approach tonight's competition between your Free Lutheran Bible College Conquerors and the Wolfpack from Oak Hills Christian College, just south of Bemidji, Minnesota. And with me tonight in the Jason Goodham Memorial Broadcast booth, the ebony to my ivory, the yin to my yang, the Pip to my Wally, Zach Davis. Zach, how are you doing tonight?
Doing very well, Wade. I'm looking forward to surpassing.
Right. Remember, this one does.
Yep, this is true. I got two mics here.
It's all right.
Doing very well, Wade. Looking to surpass and maybe replace Dr. Goodham if I can. I know I don't know a lot about basketball compared to him, but I probably have a lot more relevant cultural references, and I think I got that going for myself.
Possibly. So, Zach, you're a second-year student at the Free Lutheran Bible College, the pride and joy of Marysville, Washington.
Not quite true. Arlington, Washington, but you almost got it. The pride and joy of Marysville is going to be Kent Anderson on the Conquerors tonight. He'll be playing.
But, that was good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
See
that works. If you can riff and you can send something back to me to work with, that's great.
Where does raffing fit in that? Riff and raff?
No, just riffing.
Wonderful.
To be clear, you know very little about basketball.
I know very little about basketball. I thought a 2-2-1 press was a kind of espresso drink up until about an hour ago.
Okay.
I tried ordering it at the FCP, and they told me to go back down.
Okay, but that's what I'm talking about. This is going to work.
Okay.
So, tonight it'll be a good competition. FLBC, we've noted well. Men's team has had a bit of a tough season.
This is true.
We'll be able to talk about that a little bit. You live with these guys, so you see the unfiltered version.
I do. All the
more
crying,
than I do.
all the crying, all the tears of joy as well. We've got a lot of celebratory nights in the dorms. I was talking with another guy though today. He said he's looking forward to the game. Oak Hills last year was definitely a closer game than a lot of the games we've had this year. So looking forward to this potentially being a matchup of the spring.
So tonight's game, part of the Northern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference schedule. We're coming down to the end of the season. Oak Hills is middle of the pack. We are not going to qualify for the conference tournament. They take the top 8, but we're really proud of this team and what they've been doing and how they've been learning this year. For the uninitiated, Bemidji, it's spelled B-E-M-I-D-J-I. From Minneapolis, it feels like northern Minnesota. It's really pretty central.
Pretty central.
If you're like Aaron Dairud from Thief River Falls or something, there's a whole lot of Minnesota north of Bemidji. And even if you go north of Thief River, there's still more. There's moose crossings north of Thief River. So Bemidji, Oak Hills Christian College has been there longer than we've been here, and enjoy playing them every year. So, 3 minutes before we get some lineups and the national anthem, who is sponsoring tonight's broadcast?
Tonight's sponsor is going to be Truestone Wealth Management, and we're thanking them for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Truestone is the official financial services provider of Free Lutheran Bible College Athletics. If you're looking for more about Truestone Wealth Management, you can contact Kyle Kirby, Mark Prestang, or even Tim Fugelberg at 701-352-1217 for help in planning that financial future of yours. Again, that's 701-352-1217.
And do you have a financial provider?
Not yet. You know, I'm reaching that stage of life where it's probably wise to consider, but here I am down here with Wade.
That's 20 years before me. You're in good shape. So
that's true. If you offer some kind of financial advice tonight, I'll consider it a win.
Okay, sounds good. But no financial advice is being offered tonight. We are not qualified to do so. There is one thing that we need that we do not have, and that is we do not have, our stats are not working. At FLBCathletics.com, you can find live stats if they're working. And also the link to the Facebook or YouTube page where this game is live streamed. We will try to find this. Okay, I will try my best. I am wondering if any of our production assistants, Luke Quambeck or Aaron Dairud, might know the status of our live stat program. Anybody know anything?
Live stats.
Is that a Zach Simonson thing?
My dear counterpart across the court.
Davis, would you be willing to quickly run across the court and ask Zach Simonson if the game if live stats are functioning?
I'm already gone. Well, not quite.
Thank you very much. Zach Davis, we should have a fun time. Zach and his brother Sam are both students at FLBC. Good students, fun to have them here. Pastor Goodham had some other activities he needed to attend to tonight, so I roped Zach in. Zach's part of a leadership training cohort that I get to work with, so this is his opportunity to do something great. And Zach Davis has returned to the Jason Goodham Memorial Broadcast booth. And what did you find out, Zach?
We got our dear friends from Oak Hills going to be on the live stats today, and they're getting that set up right now.
Oh, wonderful. So we should be good to go.
Should be good to go.
3 officials are working the games tonight. An excellent production crew. We would know what their names are. But we are not an excellent production crew, but we do know that their signer, Gary, friend of the program, is in the house tonight to observe these officials.
All right. Well, let's remember, this national anthem is for Jason Goodham.
Welcome to the Student Life Center here at the Free Lutheran Bible College campus in Plymouth, Minnesota. Please join us in a word of prayer. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for this day, Lord. I just lift up this game to you, Lord. I just pray for the safety of all the players, coaches, refs, everyone here, Lord, that we can just all do this for your glory, Lord, but also remember that we are doing this all for fun. But help us not forget the reason why we are here, Lord. In your name I pray. Amen. Please rise, remove all headgear for the singing of our national anthem sung by Mackenzie Henderson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now for the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Oak Hills Wolfpack. Number 1, Alexander Gonzalez. Number 2, Caleb Smoot. Number 22, Noah Larson. Number 23, Ben Rodriguez. And number 30, Isaac Carell. The Wolfpack are coached by David Lundeen, assisted by Nash Cheney. And now, the starting lineups for your FLBC Conquerors. From Ishpeming, Michigan, number 2, Weston Jensen. From Gifford, Illinois, number 4, Andrew Maxwell. From Corcoran, Minnesota, number 15, Judah Chernyaski. From Marysville, Washington, number 22, Kent Anderson. And from Elgin, North Dakota, number 24, Hunter Owen. The Conquerors are coached by Logan Strand, assisted by Micah Moan.
Well, from beautiful music to a good-looking game here, national anthem sung by Mackenzie Henderson, dear fiance of my dear roommate Max Larson, who's currently down with the Black Plague that's been sweeping the campus.
It's been tough in the dorm, I hear.
Definitely. A lot of the guys on the team are recovering from that right now, but definitely on the up and up. Thinking of Weston, too, about a week ago, Weston Jensen was stuck in his bed, not doing well, and he's looking great right now. Not a drop of sweat on him. Happy, clapping his hands, touching his shoes. And let's get ready for this tip-off.
For FLBC, Chernyavsky Anderson.
Ball goes to OakHills.
On the court for OakHills, Rodriguez, Smoot, Corral shoots the ball and gets the basket. If you're wondering why I'm a little bit distracted, we do not have our live stats up and running, and I'm trying to get that. And that's a real hindrance for what we're trying to do here. So
ball back in OakHills, moving up the court. Cross, layup, right off the rim, back into Chernyavsky's hands. Over to Jensen.
So we are stuck in a little bit of a cycle here where normally as a color guy, I can handle these things, and Pastor Goodham takes care of it.
This is me, just a guy, though.
But now you're trying to do play-by-play while I'm trying to find this stuff, and this is not working at all. Pastor Goodham, it's not that we miss you; it's that the technology is not working. So. Actually, if you could, Zach, if you could run over there again and find out what they know. Because it looks like Grace might know something.
Sounds good. Right.
Yeah, thank you. All right, sorry about that. Zach Davis, thank you so much for your efforts. Anderson to Maxwell, misses the three. Rebound from Chernyavsky over to Oyen. Tries to get the ball out, but he's trapped. Ball tipped out of bounds by OakHills. It'll stay baseline out of bounds. 15 on the shot clock. 18:40 left in the first half with FLBC down 4-0. Maxwell trying to get the ball to the corner to Kent Anderson. Kicked away by number 2, Caleb Smoot, a 6'1 freshman from McDonough, Georgia. On the kick, it'll be a short reset. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Anderson inbounds to Weston Jensen, the guard from Ishpeming, Michigan. Give and go back to Weston. Weston bumped on the shot. Ball goes wide, and Rodriguez down with the rebound. Rodriguez, a 6'4 freshman from Woodbury, Minnesota, in our backyard. We should grab him. What did you find out, Zach Davis?
Found out that we're having some issues with the live stats right now, something on the back side of the website.
So it's not just me.
Not just you, thankfully.
I was assuming that I was doing something wrong.
No, nothing. You never do anything wrong. We know that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate You've always been one of my favorites. Backdoor cut, Weston Jensen. A beautiful pass from Kent Anderson, but Jensen not able to convert. Now pushing front court, Gonzalez for the Wolfpack. Off to Smoot, who catches,
down for 2,
fumbles, picks it up, and puts it in 6-0.
Now, I was told by the live statter she'd have it figured out by halftime, so hopefully by halftime we'll have it. That is a foul on number 2. Let's see, Smoot.
That's Smoot. Now, is the live stat, is that Grace Nicetune?
Both of them are working on it right now.
They're both working on it. Grace Nicetune, FLBC women's basketball player and volleyball player extraordinaire. So
very good. Picked up basketball last year, I believe. First time, I don't believe she played in high school.
Maxwell to Jensen and off to Chernyavsky against a matchup zone, aggressively pressing. Ball forward to Smoot. And now there's going to be a timeout by FLBC, down 8-0. Did you notice, Zach Davis, you can either guard your man or you can guard an area or a man within an area. That's called a zone defense.
I did play a lot of football, so I do know a little bit of that.
A little bit of zone man.
I always preferred zone before just because I had a lot of good communication with teammates. But sometimes when you play with people you don't know, man's the best.
So they're in a bit of a 1-3-1 trap, and that's a hard thing. We don't handle the ball all that well. But I'm sure Coach Strand and Coach Moan, is that the high sign?
We're getting the thumbs up. Live stats are up, thankfully.
And now we do it. And this is the refresh brought to you by Truestone Wealth Management. Would you like to do it?
I would love to do it.
Would you like to hit the refresh? Hit the refresh button.
And anything change? Oh,
it did not. So let's try this again. We're going to go there. Looking good. Okay, that's the video.
YouTube.
I'm not sure if there's stats.
FLBC homepage.
We're going to find this. So well, why don't you just see what you can do? Find it. And this
Wander
is
around.
the younger generation, ladies and gentlemen, can usually figure things out that even hip, deep in the streets people like me cannot. Weston Jensen had a nice look at a three-pointer, left-handed three-point, just off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds over to Oak Hills. Rodriguez to Gonzalez. Rodriguez from Woodbury, Gonzalez from Miami. A young crew on the floor right now for the Wolfpack. Three-pointer long by Noah Larson just into the game from Park Rapids, Minnesota, nearby Bemidji. Offensive rebound. Out to the Wolfpack and reverse to Caleb Smoot, who just sprained an ankle as he made a basket, and this is no fun to see.
No.
10-0. Coach David Lundeen, first-year coach for the Wolfpack, out to attend to his injured player. Oak Hills assistant coach, Nash Cheney, excellent player for them last year, good guy as well. And Oak Hills is a little sick and a little injured right now. So there's a number of their normal players that are not playing tonight. Any luck on the stats, I wonder?
Not seeing anything.
Not seeing anything.
Keep refreshing it.
We're going to keep refreshing.
That'll work.
So something's not
He
right.
is up and moving.
Just jogging it
Got a
off.
spring to his step. Goodness. Smoot will likely be out for the foreseeable future. Both teams moving back
Here
on
we
the
are,
court.
live stats. And now I am so happy, so very happy.
Sweet.
All right.
All right. We get to have
On the
this,
floor, and this is why Pastor Goodham's so good at this. Actually, he is pretty good at it. He's very good at
At
it.
the tech?
Right? Well, no, the players who's in the game, but this helps you, doesn't it? On the floor for FLBC, Jensen, Morrison, Chernyavsky, Floan, and Anderson. Floan and Morrison into the game. Morrison from Dillon, Montana. Isaiah Floan from Andover, Minnesota, just up the road. Went to school here with his dad. Kent Anderson, long three-pointer, just off the mark, 10-0. Gonzalez brings the ball front court. What kind of defense do you think FLBC is playing right now?
Right now, got a 3-2.
2-3, but that's
2-3.
close.
Ah, there we go.
We go top to bottom. There it is.
Top to bottom.
Good rebound out of that. Missed two-point attempt.
Great. Back to Kent. I grew up with Kent. He's been an excellent ball player. Played a lot. We're
And
missing his
Isaiah
brother this
Floan
year.
stuck down on the block out to Chernyavsky. Kent Anderson moves, replaces,
Back to
kicks out to Chernyavsky for a three-point attempt. Please go in. It did not.
Off the rim, back to
Offensive
Morrison.
rebound, though, by Morrison out to Chernyavsky, who's down the lane, goes hard to the basket and is fouled. He will shoot two. You were mentioning Kent Anderson. One might even say the pride and joy of Marysville,
Very pride and
Washington.
joy of Marysville. Yep. Grew
Tell
up-
me about his brother.
His brother, Logan Anderson, currently living in Nashville area in Tennessee, where he's been flourishing for the last few months. But last year he was on the team. We had a little bit of the dynamic duo between the brothers.
And a good player.
Very good player.
Yes.
Both good players.
And so, Logan, we want you to know, if you're listening tonight, that we forgive you for abandoning us in this, our hour of need. If you'd like to sponsor our broadcast, Logan,
Gosh, that'd be great.
we have one more gold sponsorship available. It could be yours.
Chernyavsky squaring up. Off the rim.
So we're still blanked, still 10-0. Got to get the first fish in the live well, and the rest of them will come a little bit easier.
Gonzalez pivoting right in the middle.
So, that would be play-by-play.
True.
That's all right. These things are really, it's hard to get the rhythm down. Last year, somebody who was working with me, who shall remain nameless because I don't want to offend Eric Christensen, we gave up halfway through the first half and said, Eric, you're just going to have to do play-by-play. So, deep three-pointer, missed by Rodriguez. Long rebound out to Weston Jensen. He's looking past the ball. Oh, and I'm not
Right up the
sure.
hands.
I think Isaiah Floan zigged and Weston Jensen zagged.
Something like that. Miscommunication. It's always next time.
Right.
That's what I love about basketball. So many
Onto the-
drives, so many
On the
chances.
floor, Deacon Bach, a 5'11 senior from Blaine, Minnesota. The shot goes in for Oak Hills. Now it's 12-0, 5 minutes into this, your first half.
Looking to break that hold that Oak Hills has on him right now.
That's a hard press for us. It's a
Very
half-court
much.
1-3-1 trap, and now it's 14-0. As Ben Chavez Rodriguez, excuse me, that was Noah Larson. No, that was Ben Chavez Rodriguez. I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. So scores the basket. It's 14-0. Go up strong, Judah, and we got to take the seal off the basket.
Rebound, good. But
That's all right, Judah. Keep forcing it up there.
Judah is a very tall guy. He can definitely do that pretty well.
Judah, though, is also not, he didn't really play.
No.
His brothers do with my kids, actually.
And the Blazers.
The Blazers, yeah. His sister works for us. We like the Cherniowski family now that we know how to pronounce the name.
Tell you what, the amount of fear I get looking down at that paper and seeing a Y and a Z in the same word scares me.
Exactly.
OakHills dropping it for 16.
So that 1-3-1 half-court trap, but once we get this, we'll break it. It's not rocket science if you know how, but it's a mystery if you don't. Anderson drives left down the lane, hands off to Cherniowski, who fumbles the ball, recovers, kicks it out to Floan, who misses a three-pointer. And just as quick as that, Alexander Gonzalez front course and turns it over. We're happy, always happy to see when the Wolfpack turns the ball over.
Very much.
Into the game for the Wolfpack, Curvin Austinville from Federalsburg, Maryland, 6'4" freshman. And if you look down the list, Miami, Florida, Georgia, Wisconsin, Huron, South Dakota, very close to where I grew up, Blaine, Minnesota, Maryland. I just wonder what the recruiting technique is. I know a lot of people up there, so I can find out.
Emails. It's all emails.
Yes. Mateo Pacha from Pacha. And he's from
Ecuador.
Ecuador. So you think Miami's far away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will see your Miami and raise you Ecuador.
We do have a genuine Ecuadorian. He's a great guy. Definite light in the dorms. Squaring up against Gonzalez here.
On the floor right now for FLBC, Morrison, Maxwell, Cherniowski, Paca, Anderson against Gonzalez, Corral, Larson Rodriguez, and Austinville. Shot missed. Rebound goes to the Conquerors. Let's see if we can get off the schneid.
Now, Pacha's another one of those guys just recovering about a week out from a sickness.
And that's dorm life, friends.
That's dorm life.
Beautiful pass from Gonzalez to Austinville, and now it's 18-0. And by the way, this is not 18-0. We're not that mismatched here. We're just having trouble breaking this press.
You got to remember what last year's score was about this.
I'm not sure. It wasn't great, but last year's team had a little more experience, and next year's team will have more experience than this.
This is true.
But certainly the guys are still working hard and learning and growing. I'm sure proud of Coach Moan and Coach Strand as they fight through this.
That's the difficulty of teaching or coaching a team at a 2-year Bible college. You don't get a lot of time with the guys.
You really don't. And I coached here 25 years ago, and I didn't win much. 7 games in 2 years. I'm very thankful for this facility. I think we could have done a lot more with some practice. But in this 2-3 zone now for FLBC, Jensen, Maxwell, Paca, Anderson, and Oyen. And Floan is actually in now for Paca. We're going to tie this up, and the ball is going to go over to FLBC. So every time we get the ball back, it's another chance to break that 1-3-1 zone.
This is true. Very much a mental game, too, I'd imagine. A lot of tall guys on this team, definitely taller than the Conquerors.
I see they've got the length up top to try to deny the reversal right there.
Right.
Turns every reversal into a lob pass, and lob passes get
just
picked
like
off.
that.
Yep.
Going up. Ooh, too far.
Kemp probably got away with one there, but an offensive rebound. Larson puts it in, and now it's 20-0. 11:38 left in the first half. Coach Strand takes time out. He's not super happy. Just feels like they're not executing what they're being told to execute. So. Okay, Zach.
Yes.
Tonight's sponsor, Trustone Wealth Management, but there's some other fine folks who have supported FLBC athletics through the year. Tell us about some of those.
This is true. Well, out of the many, we can say that FLBC Athletics is brought to all of us in part by Caleb Carlson at Three Rivers Real Estate.
It's hard to say that, isn't it?
I know.
Three Rivers Real Estate.
Three Rivers. If you need help selling or buying a new home, you can count on Caleb. We know him, or at least you do. I don't know him very well. A little before my time. He's an FLBC basketball alumnus, and he's a real real estate expert. I try saying that too.
He is.
If you need them, you can email Caleb at threeriversrealestateteam.com. Again, that's threeriversrealestateteam.com. Don't put it in more than once. That was just for fun.
Sold 104 homes last year.
Gosh.
In a hard year.
Hard year, too.
Yeah, it was. So very thankful for Caleb and others who helped make FLBC basketball possible.
Very much. This we know how much of this is a blessing to the teams, blessing to the student body, which, looking behind, we've got a fairly big group. Again, a bit difficult when we've got sickness going around, but I know my brother's just recovering from influenza, and looks like he's up there on the stands giving it a watch.
Oh, yeah, there he is. All right, bringing the ball up the floor, Maxwell. Now, you're going to want to make sure to throw a ball fake, and that lob pass across the top is candy against a 1-3-1 press, I'm afraid. We can reverse that ball quickly. There we go, into the middle of it.
I will say they've gotten a lot better at passing over the year.
Yes, they have. Now, that pass right there, if you don't set that up with the ball fake, you're going to get that picked off every time. Kent Anderson gets back, ties up Oak Hills. Well done. And Kent's being told by Logan, shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. We want you to shoot the ball. Arrow goes back over to FLBC. Oak Hills now baseline out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by Kent Anderson, 22 on the shot.
Kent's getting a lot of action right now.
First part of the season, we were missing Kent Anderson and Judah Chernyowski, and we were really thin then. So good to have him back.
Kent was out with a knee injury from the, I believe, Ultimate Frisbee season, which I played pretty hard in.
Yes, Ultimate Frisbee. One can be injured in an Ultimate Frisbee game.
Got a compression sleeve on that knee right now.
That ball is tipped by Oak Hill out of bounds. It'll be FLBC, 21 left on the shot. Still looking for our first basket.
Still.
Isaac Carell, a 6'1" freshman from Huron, South Dakota. I'm going to have to ask about that. Huron's about 40 miles west of where I grew up in Lake Preston, South Dakota.
That beard's going to be doing a lot of work. Intimidation factor is all there.
Huron, South Dakota, home of the South Dakota State Fair and the world's largest pheasant. It's not a real pheasant, but it's a pheasant nonetheless.
Yeah, Huron, not any close to Lake Huron, is it?
No, it's far, far away, although I bet it's named after the same guy.
This is true. Gosh, I got to bulk up on my Midwest geography. I don't like all the lakes out here. They confuse me.
A message from my mother, who's in the Naples area right now, had fish tacos.
Naples, Italy.
No, Naples, Florida.
Okay, gotcha. Florida.
She's down there for a few weeks every winter. She had fish tacos tonight, and she's very proud of herself. Her culinary horizons are spreading.
How close is that to Miami? We could ask Gonzalez if he's been there before.
Clear on the other side.
Clear on the other side?
It's not on the Atlantic side. It's on the Gulf side. It's the Gulf of Mexico, friends. I'm not changing now. I'm too old.
There's a lot of geography I still need to pull up.
There is. So 24-0. Ball goes back over to Oak Hills. Come on, guys. Fight through this. Got to break that press.
2 fouls on Oak Hills right now. 0 for the Conquerors.
Yeah, so I do not want to see our guys settle in to, well, this is just the way it's going to be. You got to fight every possession one at a time. Starts with the stop and can go on with the score. 24-0. FLBC 1/4 of the way through the basketball game.
It's all about playing aggressive. I think a few fouls.
I think so.
Might need to be put on the board if we're going to get anywhere.
Turbine Austinville for 2. It's 26-0 now. Weston Jensen brings the ball front court.
Turbine.
Good halftime. That's a great name, isn't it? Okay, go Isaiah Floan. Score that ball. Isaiah Floan's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Chernyowski was at the line earlier, missed both. Let's see if Floan can get us off the schneid.
Floan's another tall guy on the game.
That's right. Isaiah Floan's father, Ben, is in attendance, cuddling with a baby. It's a good thing to do at a basketball game. Up and in.
Nice.
There
First
it is.
Basket on the Conquerors board.
26-1. It's the second foul.
Beautiful, too. Little swish.
On Isaac Carell. Second shot by Floan off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Caleb Smoot.
Taking it up the middle.
Good zone offense run against our 2-3. Carell for the 3 off ball reversal. Misses, but the offensive rebound up by Austinville. Misses again. Isaiah Flown with a strong defensive rebound up to Jensen, who just got away. No, he didn't. He almost got away with the travel. I thought he was going to get away with the travel, but he did not get away with the travel.
All that driving up to the UP is getting a little too used to traveling.
Yes, a little bit. Andrew Maxwell into the game for Isaiah Flown.
I'm liking the amount of shoe color we got on the court. We got purple, red, green, blue.
It's all over the place.
Oh, is it?
No, that's me. That's me.
What do you have against shoe colors, Wade?
No, it's not. 29-1. I actually got into big trouble my senior year because I got a pair of black shoes with a purple stripe on it, like that kind of purple, Kent Anderson purple. And my coach was mad as all get out because he thought I was doing it to show off. It's really the only color they had in that shoe.
Up. Ooh.
Long three by Maxwell off the mark. Rebound down to Smoot. Throws the ball front court.
Wow. That was a jet of a shot right there.
It was.
In the middle.
Austinville with his 6th point of the game. That was a crisp pass thrown down the middle of the floor. Anderson off to Morrison. Skip pass to Jensen. Gets a nice mid-range jump shot, but it won't go in.
Did
it
not see
in
Jensen
and out.
there behind the ref. I had no clue where he was tossing that.
I really thought that was in. Still looking for our first field goal. Corral, Rodriguez to Smoot. Corral at the top of the key to distribute into his own defense. Tipped away.
Off the hand.
Out of Weston.
Jensen, take it down the middle.
There it is. Jump
Patience
stop.
is key there. Just barely.
Just barely.
Ooh. Good defense on Kent's end.
Oyen and Flown coming into the game. 7:46 left, 31-1.
Oyen, big presence on the court. He's going to do some work here, keeping those guys out the middle.
Okay, so at halftime, I'm going to be joined by women's coach Wendy Grevin.
Oh, Wendy Grevin.
So you can take a little rest and rest those golden pipes. Then we can come back and we'll talk a little more about your experience at FLBC, what got you here. You're a long way from home right now.
This is true.
So we'll do that and look forward to talking to Coach Wendy Grevin. I'm afraid we're going to be, I thought that was going to be offensive. Looks like Kent Anderson is going to go to the line to shoot 2 after being fouled.
Well, Wade, you've been watching the FLBC Conquerors for a while now, but specifically this season, what do you think have been some ways they've really grown since they've started?
Well, they had a first shot up by Anderson is good. It's 31-2. Really, it's I was talking to Coach Logan Strand about this, and I've coached a lot of basketball and lost a lot of games. Okay, but there is a point where you're working with a group of players who want to play basketball and are probably not well matched to play college basketball. Obviously, you can't do that every year. Second shot up and in, 31-3. Thank you, Kent Anderson. At some point, it's taking care of the basketball, being able to break a press, and get a defensive rebound. Mm-hmm. And I do think they have improved in those areas. They do look, like they're playing basketball. And it might look like a little victory, but really that's part of it. You take the victories that are before you and make the best of every opportunity, as Isaac Corral just did with a layup on a beautiful pass by Smoot.
Spiked it down.
33-3, ball turned back over to Gonzalez, who pulls up for the 3, makes it.
Three.
36-3.
Yeah, definitely a trial by fire season for the Conquerors. Lots of intense games, lots of trying. Floating on air.
Timeout for Oak Hills. 6:29 left, first half, 38-3. Mr. Smoot has joined the chat room. Yes, this is live. Thank you so much for tuning in, perhaps from Georgia, perhaps from McDonough, Georgia. So we have Truestone Wealth Management as tonight's game sponsor. You mentioned Caleb Carlson, a Three Rivers real estate team. Who else sponsors FLBC Athletics? Zach Davis?
Well, it's only the very people who fed me dinner tonight. We're giving our thanks to Cisco tonight, the official food service provider for the Free Lutheran Bible College. You'll see their banner, second from the right, or from the left, rather. They're sponsoring tonight's contest. Cisco helps our chef, Matt Petchel, dear friend Matt Petchel, keep our students fueled with delicious and healthy food. I can say that. I eat here Well, basically every day except for the weekends, but I pull away some leftovers from the cafeteria to even feed me then. If your business needs a food supplier, just call 763-785-9000, or you can find your local Cisco service center online at cisco.com.
All right, so Zach, how in the world did we get you to come here from Arlington, Washington to Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Gosh, well, unlike perhaps a lot of the students here, I haven't had a lot of close connections with the school or even the association of Free Lutheran Bible Colleges. I went to a church connected with the association for about 8 years back home, and I worked in the youth department and actually saw a lot of students get finished with the youth program and come out here. So I stayed connected with them, with the admission staff, had a lot of communication with them here. Pretty soon, came to visit some students, toured the place, and thought, well, golly, this place looks pretty neat. Great community.
I remember
great
when you
teachings.
came.
Oh, man. What were your first impressions of me?
It was your dad. I got a good talk with Jason at that time. Ball turned back over to Oak Hills, 38-3, 6 minutes left in the first half. And then you waited a year to come with Sam.
This is true. Yeah, that wasn't initially the intention. I still had some ideas of what I could do. Decided this would ultimately be beneficial, spending 2 years here in the Lord's Word. And Sam, my brother, decided to come at the same time. We didn't realize that until we both talked about it and thought, well, what the heck? We can come together. Ended up rooming our first year together. Great experience. Wonderful experience.
But not good enough to repeat the so you have your own roommates now, right?
No, I tell you what, you learn a lot about somebody living close. We're the only two, but we always had a different room.
3-point by Andrew Maxwell.
Andrew Maxwell.
Yeah,
Wonderful shot.
our guy. Attaboy.
Andrew Maxwell, an Illinoisan. How do you say it? An Illinoisite?
Illinois?
Illinois?
I'm not sure. A man from Gifford, Illinois.
There you go. Did lots of volunteer police work before getting here, so he's got some cool stories to tell.
He's got the badge on his student, his welcome to campus picture.
This
I think
is true.
is this like a cop or it's not?
Not sure.
40-6. FLBC brings the ball front court
Maybe he
with
got-
Kent Anderson.
We got tased once. That'd be something to ask.
Maybe that was it. Could be. Bounce pass off to Logan Morrison. Nice pass.
Ooh, another three.
Good shot.
Morrison.
3 for Logan Morrison,
Great form.
son of Pastor Lance Morrison. Currently in Dillon, Montana. Dillon, Montana is a beautiful place.
Very beautiful. Originally from North Dakota, though. Is that right?
Yes, maybe Toronto, South Dakota even.
South Dakota. One of the Dakotas.
Ball out of bounds. Air ball would have been rebounded by the Conquerors, except it didn't hit the rim. Ken Anderson got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. 15 seconds left on the clock, on the shot clock, as Weston Jensen comes in for Isaiah Floan. The oldest out-of-bounds play in the book against the zone.
Back up.
The most dangerous player on a baseline out-of-bounds play, Zach Davis, is the inbounder. The person throwing the ball inbounds is the most dangerous person.
Almost.
FLBC with the ball. Kent Anderson off to Maxwell. Maxwell has to work really hard for that ball.
Back to Kent. Over to Logan. Let's see another three.
There's a shot.
Ooh.
Good shot.
Okay.
It's a good shot.
Now, I just keep seeing flashbacks to last year. Austin Wiesbrook making that half-court shot. Do you remember that?
I do. Austin Wiesbrook.
Wheezy Wiesbrook, the old man of the student body. How old was he when
He was
came
like
here?
24.
Yeah.
He didn't look that old.
No, he was...
Deep 3 for Gonzalez. That was very deep. That was Steph Curry deep. That's 45 to 9. Now here we are with this zone again. It's 1-3-1-ish zone trap.
Still moving. Ooh, just over. Air ball to Smoot.
So I thought this game would go better than it has.
You know, me too. I had high hopes coming in. Those hopes aren't quite dashed yet, but they're getting there.
Smoot, hard take to the basket. Chernyavsky attempts the block, a little bit of body contact. So Smoot's going to go to the line shooting 2. That will be the first on Chernyavsky. And is that the first on the Conquerors? It's the first on the Conquerors.
I think so.
So
Been a pretty clean game so far. 3:18 on the clock. Smoot dinks it in. We got a smoot watching. Let's hope there were some cheers at home. Another one in.
47-9, 3:18 left in the second quarter. Weston Jensen into the game. And we're going to try to break this press again.
Again, 4 times as many fouls on Oak Hills right now. If the Conquerors want to do something, they got to start playing a lot more aggressive.
A little more aggressive.
Playing the long game right now.
See, those
pocket
skip
picks.
passes, that's what they want you to do. They want you to make those skip passes.
Yeah. Back to Gonzalez in the back.
But that's an experience thing. I know that because, it's been around for a while. That was a tough pass attempt by Gonzalez. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Oh, that must have been tipped by us.
Just barely then. I didn't even see that.
I didn't see it. So flown in for Morrison.
Did go through about 3 people, though. So
Jensen, Maxwell, Cherniowski, flown Anderson.
lots of good movement from Oak Hills. Ooh, missing the 3 back to Kent.
Yeah, it's the same out of bounds play they ran last time, but they did it on a ball reversal. And the inbounder came out the other side. If you're in a 2-3 zone, you can pretty much plan on them trying that play once or twice until you stop it.
Jensen
Out to the
for
corner,
3.
Weston Jensen for 3.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
47-12, Weston Jensen on the board with a 3-pointer.
Jensen showing that flu that he's not quite down yet.
And you see the skip in the step of the defense after that made 3.
Ooh, wide open for the 3. Ooh, almost. They're matching 3 for 3 right now, or at least trying to.
Lance Morrison is listening in beautiful Dillon, Montana. Thanks for texting in at the show. And Zach Davis, thanks you for tuning in for his debut. Judah Cherniowski fouled. I think they're going to call it on the floor. It'll be FLBC basketball based on out of bounds. 1:57 left in the half. Is there any chance that Mr. and Mrs. Davis are listening to your broadcast debut?
Good chance not. I didn't really tell him for the benefit of my own sanity.
You might not know how good, because if it goes well, you can always tell them about the archive.
That's true.
That's right.
I'm just glad it's recorded. Oh, wait, right. It's recorded, right?
It is. It is recording.
I might have to ask Luke to scrub the files.
You notice now we're just dealing with the ball a little more judiciously,
A little bit more.
and that was just a nice pass right there.
Very good. Tucked it between the legs. Pass.
Lob passes and bounce passes are both slow, so it's best to fake them and go back with a chest pass.
Ooh.
The high post control by Noah Larson, the 6-foot guard from Park Rapids, Minnesota.
Conquerors are just a little bit behind on each of those passes.
You're right. Just a half a step late. So 49-12, 1:15 left. Coming up on the last minute of play.
All about
Weston
making that.
Jensen down the lane, hands off to Cherniowski, who just can't get it to go. Keep firing, Judah. It's going to go in. The seal. Who is able to break the seal on the basket for FLBC? In the corner, Larson, he fakes, but he changed pivot feet. The ball is going to go back over to FLBC. 52 seconds left in the half. But we'll get to half, give Coach Logan Strand a chance to talk things over and retool for the second half. I'll get a chance to visit with Coach Wendy Grevin. Isaiah Floam with the ball on the skip pass, drives in. He's going to go hard against Noah Larson. Get in. No, he couldn't quite get it. That's a good shot, though, Isaiah Floam.
Lots of players ended up on the ground after those.
Rodriguez reverses the ball. Larson misses the shot, tipped out of bounds to FLBC, who will be able to get the last shot in this half. 23 seconds left. Shot clock off.
Glad we got those live stats working.
Yeah,
Helping
well,
a
it
lot.
does help. It really does. So FLBCathletics.com and the live stream on YouTube.
Out of bounds.
Ball out of bounds to Oak Hills. Now they will get the last shot. We have basketball coming up. Actually, I forgot to do that, Reed. We have basketball coming up this coming weekend in Canada.
Back to Canada. This is what, the third time?
Second time.
Second time.
Back to Canada, their home and native land. We'll play Providence University College in Otterburn, Manitoba, just south of Winnipeg. Gonzalez misses. Ball's tipped out of bounds. 2 seconds left. Now watch this. Zach, this is a chance. Well, watch this. We are going to go man or going to stay zone? Okay, we're going to.
Token man.
Okay, we're matching up, because with 2 seconds left, there's limited things you can do. That was a really nice readjustment by Gonzalez, but he missed a shot. The half, it'll end with a 49-12 deficit.
Ay. You
All
want
right.
the deficit, 37?
That's what it is.
Oh, gosh, I hate doing math on
Zach, go rest the golden pipes, and we'll get going when we come back. We'll have some stats for you in a little bit.
Sounds good.
Head coach Wendy Graben of the Free Lutheran Bible College Lady Conquerors. Thank you, Zach Davis. You did a good job in your debut in the Jason Goodham Memorial Broadcast booth. Join us 7 p.m. on February 2nd, so that's this coming Sunday night in Haugen Memorial Chapel for a concert featuring a brand new composition performed by the FLBC Concert Choir and a professional string quartet. The concert will also include a hymn sing celebrating God's care for us as revealed through the Trinity. Guests are invited to join for a reception in Heritage Hall following the concert. The concert and reception will kick off our Missions Emphasis Week next week at FLBC. Joining me now in the Jason Goodham Memorial Broadcast booth is head coach Wendy Graben. You can put on that headset. Yeah, we fried our headsets. So this plastic seat and the rug that our feet are on, it creates static electricity. And Jason Goodham put on his headset, and he had this big smile on his face as he was getting shocked. I'm not sure how it happened, but I was enjoying it as well. And we wrecked some equipment. So this is our backup equipment that you're talking into. So you'll have to be pretty close to the mic.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, Wendy, congratulations on a really good season thus far. So what have your observations been?
The girls have been playing very good defense. That number one, that's what we've been focusing on mostly is our defense. We've had great shooting games. The last weekend was not for us, but I can tell you, I love the heart in this team that both games this weekend, those were heart wins because they just were determined and defensively.
Last weekend's opponent, Trinity Bible College out of Ellendale, North Dakota. Probably not as good of a team as they have been in the past.
No.
But still always a good opponent for us. I don't remember beating Trinity ever, men or women. Do you remember? I think that's our first.
Well, since I've been coaching, for sure, yeah. I mean, when we played, we did. But
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but back
in the 90s.
Back when we played basketball. Yeah. So, you remember, John, your husband coached me briefly?
I do remember
5
that.
games.
Yeah.
And the knees gave out.
Yeah,
so it just wasn't. Yeah, it's not like Picasso lost his paintbrush. So that said, I have been very impressed with the girls. It's just good defense that travels well. And that was particularly helpful Friday and Saturday. You guys couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
No. We had excellent plays. I love that they're a fun team to watch. We pass the ball really well. They move without the ball really well. We had I don't even want to – it was hard to I had to take stats myself to see, where we missed the shots, and that was rough. But the shots were there, and their defense is outstanding.
There were good shots.
Yes.
And they just weren't going in.
No.
And some of them were going in and out. At one point, the Richel twins, who are good shooters,
yes,
I think at one point they were like 3 for 27 or something like that. And it's like, this can't be right.
Right.
So at the end of the game, I added up on Saturday, we were shooting 21%.
Yeah, it was
and
not good.
We had, between offensive rebounds and turnovers, we had 36 more possessions than they did.
I know.
And it was still a close game.
We had 22 steals, I think, in one of the games. I've
never seen anything like that.
I know. With the stat sheet, you would think that we would win by 20, but
yeah, it looked like there must be an error.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really proud of the way the girls have done. I have not. The record's not in my head right now. We're about 500, a little better.
We're better. I think I want to say 9-6, maybe.
Yeah, and if looking forward to the conference tournament.
Yeah.
February 21 through 23rd, right here in the Student Life Center.
For sure.
Who are some of the teams that you'll look forward to facing, who will contend for the title?
Well, looking at it, it's been pretty balanced as far as like win-lose. I mean, we'll see. We go to Providence this weekend. Providence lost just last weekend. They lost to St. Boniface. So we'll see how that goes with them. We split with St. Boniface. I think Providence beat CMU in 2 games, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Well, this weekend will be rough because we go to Canada and we have to play the FIBA rules. But
Yeah, it's a little different.
it is.
It is.
Messed the girls up a little bit when we were there last.
Okay, so when you're there, I like Canada. I have always enjoyed Canada, and I don't know why. But Timbits, Tim
yeah.
Hortons.
Tim
Do you find a
Hortons.
Tim Hortons when you're
Oh,
there?
absolutely. We've gone every time.
Okay, and how do you feel about poutine?
Maddie loves, my daughter, oldest daughter, loves poutine because we had many trips through Canada when we lived in Alaska. I like poutine. I think it's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like death in a cup,
yeah,
but
sure,
yeah,
right.
but that works.
Heart attack.
But it's all right. And are the license plates on your car still Alaskan?
No, I don't think we have anybody with
had to give
Alaskan
that up.
license. We had to give it up.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
So, no, I think you should be really proud of the
Very
ladies
proud.
and the way you've coached them. It's been really good. We're happy for you too. So
Sure. It's been fun. I think the number one thing that, as always, that I love to see is just their unity. They have all bought into living for Jesus, living on mission, and whether we win or lose, that is the joy that I find as a coach, is just seeing them grow in the Lord through basketball.
yeah, it's more fun to do that while you're winning.
Absolutely.
And the guys have had to really fight through that one.
Yep.
I've been impressed with their focus. They've had to,
Sure.
and it's gone well.
Yep.
It sure could have not.
Right.
So it's made it a little easier to handle adversity.
Oh yeah, they have great attitudes and they're fun. It's fun to see them hit a shot and look over at Logan, and that's just fun. I love it.
I think next year will be a little bit better. Or actually, I think it's going to be a lot better. But it's just
sure.
lack of experience is a hard thing.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. No, I've been there before with teams, so it's you just take what you get here and they get to play basketball where they wouldn't at other schools, and so the ministry part of it is pretty important.
I've appreciated the idea of, I want to play basketball. So so you play basketball. That's good. So, okay, so I got a wedding invitation today, Maddie. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good, Maddie and Carl. So that'll be fun. Okay, so you have two kids, 2 girls. They've both been here as students. Maddie, I bet it's been 7 or 8 years since she graduated.
Yeah, what is it, 2018?
It says right after I got here. I remember
Yeah.
she was in my first apologetics class, very enthusiastic. It was a 1-credit elective, and now she's teaching here.
Yeah, she's
So-
loving it.
So
too.
was that a surprise to you, or did you think that was going to eventually happen?
Well, I mean, not here. I mean, I wasn't sure whether she'd teach here or not. It's not surprising, though, that she's teaching. She just kind of fits well with her and her personality. So.
She communicates to the students a love for writing.
Yes.
So it's really teaching students how to write in 5 canons of rhetoric and
That's
how to write a
excellent.
real essay. She's got a class right now. I don't know if she tells you about these things. It's called
Oh, yeah.
C.S. Lewis and Friends.
Yes.
Right. So she had me come talk about the Inklings
She
for
talked
an
to me
hour.
about that.
So that was fun.
That's fun.
That was a good time. And then Shelby, your redhead.
Yes.
She turned into quite the ball player, didn't she?
She did, yeah. I mean, she's always been an athlete. She was an excellent soccer player. So when she came here, it took her a little bit to step into the basketball, sport. But she loves it now, and wish she would have played more. But
So our joke on the broadcast here is if Shelby would have had another couple years to get better at things, she would have been rebounding made shots.
That's funny.
Because every ball she ended up getting.
Yeah,
I don't know if she averaged 20 rebounds, but it seemed like every time we did a game she had 20 rebounds.
I know she really had an innate sense of where the ball was going.
Yeah, it's something else. So that's okay. So we got that. We got Maddie and Shelby. Now you're generational. You were here even before I was. From your time at FLBC, Applevis back in the day, to your girls at FLBC, and now you're teaching and coaching like another half generation.
Oh, it's crazy.
So what do you what do you see in this place? What keeps you going? Why do you invest way more time here than what we pay you for? So what keeps you going?
I love being able to mentor the girls. to me is what it is. It's such a privilege and an honor to be able to influence these young women, and I thank the Lord for that every day. I think it keeps you young for one thing, but also it just to be able to pour into their lives, that is a huge privilege.
I agree with that. It is. It's sometimes it keeps you young and makes you feel old all at the same time.
I know.
And I don't know where the years have gone. I don't know if you saw on, I don't know where it showed up on social media someplace, but Timothy Larson from OakHills posted a 1999 promotional video.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
And so it's like Isaiah Flone's dad, and all these, when Michelle and I were on staff, and
oh, that's funny.
it was, deep cut. It's a 10-minute long promo video. I don't know who the voice was, but this huge voice.
Is that when you guys were dating, you and Michelle?
We were, so 99, so we would have been. And, it's just, it's interesting to see campus and some of those faces again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, good memories.
That's so fun.
Don't know how it's been as long as it has been. Heritage Hall wasn't there, of course.
Right.
Back when we were here, there was a grove of trees there.
Yeah.
We paved Paradise and we put it in a parking lot.
Right.
So.
We played tag out there where Heritage Hall is. So.
Yeah. It was good days, fun place. So.
Yeah, good memes.
All right. Well, Wendy, thank you so much for coaching the girls this year. They've done well. You've done well. I'm looking forward to a good result up in Providence. Have a Timbit for me.
We will.
So, Wendy Grevin with
Thank
us, women's coach for the Lady Conquerors. Thanks so much for joining us. Headed on the road to Otterburn, Manitoba, just south of Winnipeg, to play Providence University College. Should be good matchups. And again, for the conference tournament right here in the Student Life Center on the campus of the Free Lutheran Bible College, February 21 through 23rd, the women will be in action. I think very competitive this year. I certainly think there's a chance they could win the title. Playing well. The men are not going to make that tournament. We have 11 teams. We take the top 8 for that, so they will be helping to host. Join us next week, Monday, on campus, February 3rd, for a lecture series on the Trinity. The featured speaker for this spotlight will be AFLC Home Missions Director and former Conqueror basketball player extraordinaire, your friend and mine, Pastor Andy Coyle. This event will also be live streamed at flbc.edu/live with sessions at 9, 10, 11, and 6:30 p.m. Mark your calendars for campus days on April 4th and 5th. High school students and recent grads are invited to experience the Christian community and biblical training on the campus of the Free Lutheran Bible College. Join sample classes, meet future classmates, talk with professors, and grow in your faith through this preview weekend. Learn what it means to start here and go anywhere, grounded in God's Word.
Campus days, right?
Yeah, campus days. One more. I'm just going to do the website, flbc.edu/events. And you remember your first campus days?
I do. Actually, I didn't come to campus
fall
days.
or spring?
I was fall, so it was up close about 3 years ago. That's where I got this quarter zip, which I understand now to be kind of a hot commodity because they don't sell them anymore.
Okay.
Just got comments from the box saying that Aaron Dyrud is coveting my quarter zip. Which
thou
I think
shalt not covet thy neighbor's quarter zip. That's the Manning family. So if you'd want one of these, there are places to custom order this. I can't remember the website, and we're actually working with a new distributor.
Okay.
Which I like a little bit better and gives us a cut of the proceeds.
Well, I have something for you from our dear friend Tristan Pavlish on facilities teams. He brought you a brownie from Costco.
Do I trust? This looks like a Costco brownie.
You know, laxatives would be very funny at this moment.
Well, I don't totally trust our student body, but I do trust Tristan Pavlish.
You can trust me. I had one.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if we both leave, then we know something's wrong.
That's right. So. Yes, that would be good. And you're going to put that up on the live stream? How would you do that? No, go for that if you like. So we're going to have a website for you. Drum roll, please. Bonfire FLBC. That's our new one, and there's a limited, we've only designed a few items on there, but I like that one a lot.
Lots of good sportswear. I like sportswear when it comes to branding. Looks good. Feels good.
Oh, there we are. Just sticking them in the show notes or in the chat. You too can get an FLBC quarter zip. About to begin the second half.
Now, I did get a call from Jason Goodham letting me know that he appreciates it, but he's going to be wanting his job back because he likes being here, saying words really fast and spitting on people. Apparently, he said that.
Well, I'm
made
guessing.
that very clear.
I'm guessing also, it's a known fact that I'm a pretty good color commentator, and I'm not a great play-by-play guy. So that's really what he's noticing.
That's good. We're
he's wanting to
lacking
bring
in
the quality.
A few key departments here then.
49-12, just starting the second half. Gonzalez, Smoot, Corral, Larson, Rodriguez for Oak Hills.
Underslung shot there. That was really weird looking.
Quick basket for Smoot with his 14th point. Jensen, Maxwell, Chuniowski, Anderson, Oyen on the floor. Ball goes off of Oyen's hand, recovers in the corner. Trapp is able to kick it outside to Jensen, who's trying to reverse the ball. Now 14 on the shot clock. Ball picked off by Rodriguez, who holds the ball, setting up some offense.
Very casual-like.
Well, probably wanting to run some half-court offense because that's how they can still learn from the game. So reversing the ball to Larson. Larson drives, hands off to Corral, who is able to force the ball up, muscling it over Chernyavsky, 53-12. 8 points for Corral.
Now, how are your Golden Pipes feeling?
They're fine.
Fine? More silver?
So,
bronze?
I talk a lot in front of people. Like
No,
more or less
really?
for a living. And thankful for vocal training. It's all in the breathing.
This is
Supporting
true.
diaphragmatic breathing allows you to say things like Weston Jensen misses from the corner, rebound to Gonzalez. Now, Smoot's just kind of dorking around. We could not, we wouldn't need that, probably, necessarily. Never did get to stats.
How are we looking on fouls?
Turnovers were the story of the first half, 22 turnovers to 7. And on the scoreboard, Smoot had 12 in the first half, Larson 10, both with 5 rebounds. 3 points each for FLBC, Weston Jensen, Logan Morrison, Andrew Maxwell. Top of the key for Larson. That's a good look, but he misses. Rebound pulled down by Oyen. Hands it off very politely to Kent Anderson.
I tell you what, if there's one thing I'm learning watching these two teams play, it's that I suck so badly at basketball.
You stink at basketball.
I really do.
You stink.
Now, if you asked me to put a Frisbee in that net, I would probably still suck because
there we are. You probably still stink.
Bit
We're
different.
Careful
You
with that
can't
one.
dribble
Yes,
a
all
Frisbee.
right. You can't. That's right. And I've enjoyed Frisbee, but more recently with my dog, who also enjoys Frisbee. It's like,
he enjoys getting the Frisbee.
if you have
throw
a
it.
Frisbee, he says, "I see you have a Frisbee." I too like Frisbees.
What's the name of the dog again?
The dog's name is Tug.
Tug. That's what
Tug
it was.
is the city cow dog.
We call city cows?
We call him the Rhinestone Cow Dog, and I think he would want to live in Dillon, Montana, if he could. But Rodriguez is we're having a hard time getting the ball over or past or through Mount Rodriguez at the top of that 1-3-1 press. Smoot misses the shot. Oyen pulls down the rebound, hands off to Anderson. Behind the back. Oh, I had him just for a second. Come on, guys. Let's take care of the basketball. This is, I think we're better than what we're showing tonight. Good visit with Coach Wendy Grevin. Have you had a chance to meet Mrs. Grevin?
I have. Same name as my mother, Wendy.
Oh, yeah,
and that immediately makes me go, oh, I should get to know this lady.
It does, yeah.
But
12th point for Larson.
Really, really neat lady. Both of her daughters really talented. Currently taking a few classes from her daughter, Madison Grevin, the literary and English teacher here at the Free Lutheran Bible College. Wonderful.
C.S. Lewis
wonderful
and
teacher,
Friends.
which you got to speak at
That
yesterday.
Was, that was fun. I enjoyed that genre of literature quite a bit.
That's true. I had 2 hours of listening to you, and I tell you what, it took about 3 hours afterwards to unload everything onto a piece of paper.
It's just fun to do. Larson for 3, it's going to be 58-12, and timeout. Logan Strand takes a full timeout.
There's
Get
the
some
whistle.
subs into the game. We talked about campus days. Media, I'm going to let that one go.
We talked about the concert yet?
I did. 60 years, Free Lutheran Bible College and Seminary has been establishing students in the eternal and inerrant Word of God for a life of faith in Jesus Christ and faithful service in His kingdom. For more details on our focus programs in Bible and ministry, visit flbc.edu. Start here, go anywhere, grounded in God's Word. Zach, one of the things that people talk about with the Bible college is the assumption that everybody here is going to go on to like full-time vocational ministry. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm curious, if you had to guess, what percentage of your classmates are planning on being like a pastor or a missionary or something like that?
Well, let's see. With the bachelor program the school's now going to offer, I think that number's going to go up. But for my class, I know of 3 or 4. I think we've got a couple.
So far from everybody.
Not very far from everybody, especially, especially those who aren't planning on staying for seminary, going elsewhere for seminary. But the seminary program here is looking like an option for, I think, 2 of those 4.
Yeah, and it's the BA program has been a big help for guys who are considering seminary because before we had to say, well, you're going to go get a bachelor's degree elsewhere, and almost all of our students don't finish here. So about 80% of our students will go on to someplace else to finish their bachelor's degree because ours is very focused on Bible and ministry. But it's a good way to set up by starting that 2 year studying the Bible. So that said, that bachelor's degree has made it a lot easier to help students continue on and go to seminary as opposed to leaving here, trying to piece something together and come back. So it's been fun to have those conversations.
It's true, especially from a school that does such a good job at keeping their focus narrow on biblical studies. Especially sometimes you leave, get a bachelor's in business, and come back. It's a bit difficult to reacclimate to the Bible college experience.
Yeah, a little bit. So I think Logan talked a little bit to his players with some different approaches. I saw a good solid ball reversal, ball stuck into Isaiah Flown, just couldn't quite keep the handle.
So tell me what we're seeing on Conqueror's defense right now.
So it's 2-3 zone, and the problem is if we try to play this team man-to-man, they're more athletic than us at every position. It's going to be hard. So we're trying to play that zone, but they're adept at beating that zone. Maxwell tries to get the ball to Flown, but Smoot was in the way, and it's 60-12. Smoot brings the ball front court, 15 minutes left in the game. Three-pointer for Gonzalez, got the feet set, and now it's 63-12.
See the Conquerors match.
Okay, now it's 3 guys. Got to find the guy or 2 that are open. Chernyavsky gets the ball in the middle of the lane, hands off to Flown. Shot blocked into the hands of Gonzalez.
It's basically a pass.
Yeah, more or less. See how low we are defensively. So that's collapsing the defense in such a way that those 3-pointers are open.
Goodness. Now let's see. If you had a chance to make a 3-pointer, you had 3 shots. How many of those do you think would go in?
0.5.
0.5.
Yeah, it's if you don't shoot much.
Ooh.
And that's the trap door on this floor.
Logan looked down, saw
right
that
down
heel.
There, more people accidentally step out right down here to the point where I've actually measured to make sure it's not too narrow.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, look down. Logan's eyes kind of grew wide there for a moment, and the ref saw it too. A lot of communication on the court right now. Ooh.
Sorry about that. Just checking a couple text messages. People.
They really like to text you this time of night.
Yes. Sometimes it's about the game. And sometimes it's things like, there's a cat stuck up the tree, and I made that up. Something that people might actually need my attention for. It's the hazards of the day job. Ball reversed to Larson. Three-pointer from the corner is long, but rebounded and put back in by Rodriguez.
You told me to check, or you checked your texts, I checked mine, and my roommate texted me, and he said the men's basketball team loses the ball faster than Mary and Joseph lost Jesus in the temple.
No, Mary and Joseph comparisons. That's is that Max?
That was Max. Yeah.
Max, that's going to keep you out of seminary.
He's got a win on him.
All right. So here we are, guys. And let's get the stop here, handle the basketball, finish this half strong. Rodriguez, two-pointer from the elbow, and that's how you attack a 2-3 zone. That's a soft spot, high post.
Put himself right between, but it wasn't quite enough.
Weston off to Oyen, out to Flown, back to Weston.
Cross to Pacha. Pacha.
Well, earlier I said Pacha and you said Paca.
No, I said Pacha. You said Paca. I said Pacha.
No, I said Pacha.
No.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Aaron, we need. Okay, well, we'll check it at some point. See,
there we are.
Here we go.
Okay, so Zach was right, and now he was wrong. But it's Paca. It's Pacha. It's Pacha.
It is Pacha.
All right.
You know, I feel like this sometimes in class too, but nobody listens to me.
That's right. Short corner, Larson with the miss. Rebound by Oyen. Quite a few now, probably. Hunter Oyen with no points, but 4 rebounds on the night.
Jason is missing out on a good time here.
Isaiah Flown dribbles out of the short corner, looks into Oyen. Ball gets tipped away by Bach. And 33rd turnover of the night, and that's really been the whole night. We can't take care of the basketball against that aggressive zone. This is some nice zone offense going on by Oak Hills. Rodriguez underneath. We traveled. Larson travels after the pass went block to block from Austinville. 67-12, Chernyavsky into the game for Flown. Now on the floor for FLBC, Jensen Maxwell, Chernyavsky, Pacha, Oyen, easy for me to say. Maxwell kicks out to Pacha, who misses the three-pointer. Rebound to Rodriguez.
Right off the bank.
Bach for 3, misses. Rodriguez, rebound, back in.
Around the world, into the toilet bowl.
69-12, halfway through the second half. Jensen tries to get the ball to pocket. Now, the sharp angle pass. If you're listening at home, that's just it's a bad angle. It's very, very hard to get that ball down there. It's better to go to the guard and get that ball reversed. But the problem is, they're a little paranoid about trying to reverse the ball because there's so much pressure out top.
Yeah.
So it makes you make risky passes, and we're seeing that on the eventual replay brought to you by True Stone Wealth Management. It's now 71-12.
20 seconds behind that replay. It's good for checking out things that we miss.
It is. For instance, like a spot in the Chiefs-Bills game.
Oh, man.
Going to be a 20-second timeout.
You know, I think we are planning on
timeout.
doing a student body Super Bowl party, but I have no clue how well attended that's going to be.
Joy Enterprises and Rock Elm and FLBC alumnus Mark Johnson also sponsoring FLBC Athletics this year. So thankful for each one of our sponsors. You should pick one of these. Reads of various events and just be ready for it next time we have a dead ball.
Done.
And sell it.
Done.
Okay, so any other Arlingtonians coming this direction next year?
Actually, we've got 2 folks. A girl with last name Davis, same as mine. The admission staff thought she was my sister, and I had to assure her that she is, in fact, not. I have never heard of her. Very
that would be a big
surprising.
surprise to your parents.
Oh, totally.
If it was, in fact, your sister.
Surprise to me.
$71-12, half of a half. In some places they call that a quarter.
That's right. I think you said that earlier, and that popped into mind too.
Yeah.
Ladies' games are split into quarters. Is that right?
They are, yeah. Why, we don't know.
Why?
I don't know why they have to keep playing with the women's game.
I like that.
It's fine the way it is.
That hard wha on the why.
Why?
Really adds the question.
The over-enunciation. So some strong man-to-man defense now. They're out of that trap.
Close it
Working on
down.
some man-to-man. Maxwell with a long 3. Off the mark. Rebound, Rodriguez. Anytime you can control the basketball and just get a good, solid shot attempt, that's a win right now for the Conquerors. See, but there's an example where you just get tired, you miss a block out. Oak Hills missed a 3, but Rodriguez, who's good on the offensive glass, we didn't get a body on him, and he was able to put that back in.
For Conquerors, it's a little beyond saving. Kind of look at it, you go, next time.
Kent Anderson trying to drop the pass off to Oyen, who was rolling but not quite ready for that pass.
Ooh.
Picked off by Morrison. Good job, Logan. Way to fight for that ball.
Maxwell up the middle. Good pass to Jensen. Didn't quite make it in.
That was a large jump stop.
It was.
To the point where I was waiting for him to shoot or pass. Well, here it is on the eventual replay brought to you by True Stone Wealth Management.
Let's see if we're playing football here. Handoff.
No, he picked up late, so that's the real Euro step. That's the travel. Free throw good by Jensen, 75-13. 4 points now for Jensen.
You sink that one?
He did.
Oh, very good. Proud of you, Weston. Nice.
Made another one, and he did that left-handed.
Is he left-handed?
Yeah, he's left-handed.
Oh, okay, good. Are you a southpaw?
Why are you smiling? No, I'm not. I kind of wish I were, though.
They make you more interesting in conversation.
Why are you smiling them? I am not left-handed either. So, it's Princess Bride. 78-14, long three-pointer by Rodriguez. Ben Chavez Rodriguez up to 16 points on the evening. Smoot with the steal, 78-14, 7 minutes left of the game. And Mateo Pacha back into the game.
That's right, Pacha. You said it good.
I'm working on it.
Working on it. It's like Mobley.
Yeah, Mobley, I answer to either or either.
Mibley.
Good defense by Isaiah Flown with Noah Larson flashing hard to the block. He missed that shot largely by the defense by Isaiah Flown and the finger roll. Kent Anderson off the hesitation game. Strong, heavy action. 78-16. Okay, see how Larson's coming up the gut, and now he's going to screen and step out. And the screen isn't so much to get Rodriguez a shot, but to get him the shot stepping back out. Mm-hmm. And then that cleared everything out on ball reversal, and Smoot's able just to come right down the lane and shoot that jump shot. Substitutions all around. Pacha into the game for Kent Anderson, and an almost new 5 for Oak Hills. Big hand for Mateo Pacha. Corral, Bach, Gonzalez. 2 points for Weston.
He's really putting points on the board.
No, he is. That's
been doing
6
that all
now.
season, I think.
Yeah.
Always a consistent scorer.
7 points, excuse me.
Lots of ball movement. Ooh,
Good
that's
defense.
where that height comes in.
Good defense.
You know, I remember Judah at one point being described as a baby giraffe, and I think he's graduated to full-blown giraffe.
Yeah,
at this
that's
point.
right. Or at least an adolescent.
Adolescent giraffe.
His brother is about waist high on Judah. Good hands.
Yeah.
That ball came to you, and you calmly, coolly, and collected the basketball, handed it back off. That was well done. That was a pro move. You did not look like a first-timer.
Well, yeah, there's a reason for that, and that's because I was fearing for my life.
Oh, that's why. It flashed your short, uninteresting life flashed before your eyes.
We have a basketball hoop in our backyard back home. Mm-hmm. I was shooting consistently for about an hour every day, summer break before I got here.
Wow.
Don't ask me why I didn't keep it up.
You probably could have played basketball
I probably
here last
could have.
year.
My cardio is terrible, though, so I'd pass out and throw up at about halfway. But if you want to keep fouling me, I'd probably be fine.
83-18. Mateo Pashka tries to throw the ball out, and the ball is picked off. Oak Hills with the ball, 4 minutes left.
4 minutes. It's going to be fast or slow?
It's
right now it's kind of slow.
It'll take about 4 minutes. The Conquerors are in action in Providence University College along with the women this weekend, so they will have a trip north. And after that, we'll host Canadian Mennonite University, another Manitoba college. 3 points for Daryl Bach. Did I just say Daryl? Deacon Bach. Daryl Bach is a theologian. Deacon Bach is a 5'11 senior from Blaine, Minnesota. So FLBC, I think, has 4 games left on the season, if I'm remembering correctly.
Are we putting any games up for campus days?
Not official.
Not official games.
Yeah, just playing probably.
Gotcha.
Bach out to Larson, who leaves a 3-pointer short. But the rebound is hoovered up, as in vacuumed.
I do know what a
by
hoover is.
Kervine Austinville.
Dust deviled up.
That's a 6'4" freshman forward from Federalsburg. That's hard to say. Federalsburg.
That's somewhere by
Maryland.
the capital.
I'm guessing. That would be my guess. But we could be wrong. I mean, it could be way at the farthest extent of Chesapeake Bay.
You know, if I had to make up an identity for a government agent, I think I'd choose Federalsburg as his hometown.
Yeah, for sure.
John Smith from Federalsburg, which reminds me, I have a photo of that fella, Connor Smith, we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah?
Little context.
Oh, beautiful back cut, Isaiah Flown, with a nice pass, couldn't quite handle the ball. Ball's reversed to Pacha. Out to Flown, deep 3, get in. Ooh! Yes! Yes, Isaiah Flown for 3 from way downtown. It's 88-21, and there is rejoicing in the Flown family.
FLBC student body was up for that shot and
I'm
cheering.
sorry, you were saying something insightful.
That was not insightful. It was merely me telling you that the guy I did in fact know was not a Russian sleeper agent like you claimed he was.
Oh, Connor Smith.
Connor Smith.
That's right. Connor Smith sounded like a totally made-up name. Like Sean Connery and John Smith.
You know, I come from a family of Smiths and Davises. My uncle's name is John Smith.
I was like for real, really, what's your name?
No, seriously.
And he's been saying that his whole life.
He's been saying
all
that his whole
life. Somebody's, no. What's your real name?
I think he goes by Dusty now. His middle name Dustin.
Might
so
as
Jay
well.
Dustin. I thought that's probably for the better.
J. Dustin Smith. That's better. While we were opining about
Russian
the surnames of Zach Davis and Russian sleeper cells, 90-21, a missed and one by Austinville, who now has 14 points on the night. 16 for Smoot, 16 for Rodriguez, 14 for Austinville. And now Maxwell has the ball at the top of the key. I need to look. There we are. Now you know my password.
There you go.
Shoot.
I was about to say, I got to watch it.
Yeah, the password.
All sevens, probably.
Yeah, probably. 1 minute left. So thankful for the Northern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference and Oak Hills Christian College, which we haven't talked about much. Oak Hills has, they've really done a good job in the past few years emphasizing the Christian character of their campus and their curriculum. Congratulations, administration. It's a hard thing to do. Well done. And happy to see the athletic teams doing well, too. Hopefully get a women's team next year. That'd be really, really good. 30 seconds left, and unfortunately, Logan Morrison thought he had a pass, but there was a guy with a black uniform in between, and that ball gets turned over again. We got time for one more. Tell us something good that students can, or that people can get involved with.
Let's see. Students get involved Monday, February 3rd. We've got a lecture series on the Trinity, and it's going to be a featured speaker for the spotlight will be AFLC Home Missions Director and former Conqueror basketball player extraordinaire, Pastor Andy Coyle from Rapid City. Is that right?
Yeah, originally from Nicollet, Minnesota, down by Mankato.
Like that. That is game, set, match.
Well, Zach, you did well.
Well, I hope so. Likelihood I'm not going to get back on.
Oh, someday. You never know.
You never know if Dr. Gooden happens to.
I mean, you someday could be president of the Free Lutheran Bible College and Seminary.
You know, that's what I tell myself every morning.
You
I look at
could.
myself in the morning, I say, Zach, you can do it.
That's funny because I never said that about me, but yet here I am. So
No, yeah, you
10
gave
years
me-
in. 10 years on Sunday night at the concert. It was 10-year anniversary of my arrival.
Somebody was telling me that last year somebody thought it was your 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, it was 10 years of the call in May, but when I actually started, it was a Groundhog Day, which I thought was fitting. And I was installed on March 15th, the Ides of March.
Oh, man. Yeah. No bladed weapons on school property, please.
Exactly. Teams praying at center court, as is our practice, so thankful for that. The game tonight ended up being 90-21, and I'm just going to let the stats go.
Go for it.
I think I'm going to just hang up on this one. And thank everybody for joining us. Thank you, Zach Davis, for filling in. And it's been a fun night together.
Wonderful night. The Dr. Jason Gooden Memorial Stream. May he rest in wherever he is, probably his bed right now. What time is it? 7:50? Yeah, he'd be going to bed right about now.
Yeah, he could be. You never know. So.
Older guy.
Well,
Older
we'll
guy
join
than
you
me.
next time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's broadcast, True Stone Wealth Management, and we will catch you next time.